When we started working, our primary concern was to work with artisans. And why with artisans? Because we felt that one, that artisan textile producers, they are really our cultural heritage, you know, they have those skills, techniques, and very little investment is required to help them organize themselves into business units and to have more control over their working, about their negotiations, owning their own assets, and working in a very fair and transparent business environment. And of this community, we work with also with women. We wanted to work with women who were not doing traditional skills, who didn't have but could do a bit of tailoring, etc. So there are many women's groups that do made-ups, either cushions or stoles, etc., and who do the traditional embroideries or basket weaving, which they know already as a home skill. And I'd say that we have about 70 to 80 producer groups which we consider our core producers, with whom we are giving all the capacity building support and also infrastructure, credit, everything that we can do to make them independent, viable units. And of this, but we are on another scale, we are working with about 120, 130 producer groups. So other producer groups we invite, we offer a marketing platform, or if they are part of a project, then also do some enabling capacity building, but those are not what we would consider our core producers. So I would say that eventually we work with about 5,000, we would touch the lives of 5,000 at least people, and about 60–65% would be women. I think the philosophy, we are informed totally by the fair trade principles. And in the sense, the philosophy is working together. So with our producers, we have a board, and in the board we have about 50%, currently it's 50% of the members are producer representatives. Once a year we have an annual producer group meeting, where we share the accounts, what are the issues for concerns, etc. And it's over 2 days. And at the end of that meeting, we elect the members to the board, and that is every 2 years. The producer representation comes in, and then that's the board. Then I report to the board as CEO, and then we have one organization, SASHA, which deals with the business aspect of our work, and there's another organization, SSA, that deals with all the development. We have a very wide range. So we move from home textiles to personal accessories, to children, to assorted crafts and leather, and even natural materials. So our sourcing, we are doing some sourcing with textiles, which is 100% cotton, organic, a very small percentage. When we buy dyes and chemicals, we try and ensure that those are very safe, and we go to the best company. We made connection with the best companies and only go to their appointed agents. We also do spices and hair and body care products and essential oils. To the extent possible, we try and get organic, but if not organic, then pure and natural, but from the farms or the as far as possible. So what we do is that, one, of course, in our office it's all controlled. So there's no question. I think everybody is getting very good salary, much above the minimum, and every year there's an increment, and there is medical insurance and a medical allowance and incentive, a bonus, pension, public provident fund, which is a scheme which you have, and then a government scheme for people who are lower than a particular salary. As far as the producers are concerned, of course, we also have to take care of that part of it. So we have encouraged, of course there's a 50% advance, and we look at the costing. So they have a costing where we try and I think we are successful for at least 95% of the time, to at least, which is the fair wage, that is minimum plus 10%, there is, which we try and always maintain. And with the groups, the development organization has got health insurance. There is a government scheme. You can take loans for that. They can take loans for infrastructure. When they take loans, the terms are very flexible. If it's a small women's group, then we give even at no interest or 2%. We call it service charge, to maintain. And all that we get from the service charge is put back into the fund. I think what happens at SASHA is that, again, taking the spirit of working together, there's a lot of dialogue. There may even be arguments, fight, dialogue, but they know that we will listen. See, currently in the international market, we are either 100% fair trade, I consider, because we are not working with mainstream at all. So it's basically, a lot of our work is with WFTO members and other small retailers and importers, distributors, small, who work with us. In the domestic market, it's the general customers. There are many craft shops who we wholesale to, a couple of our online stores. That's very craft centric. Now, percentage wise, till 3 years back, domestic was 4%, from 4% to 6%, and the latest it's about 15%. SASHA has been the founder member of Fair Trade Forum India, Asia Fair Trade Forum, and in that capacity, as just to make fair trade grow, we've participated very actively at the Fair Trade Forum level, also to participate in spreading the message, etc. Namaste, and thank you very much for all the work that you are doing and every day, and it has a very good impact on the people we work with in our countries, the artisan communities, and we believe that we have made a difference together, and we have a long journey ahead of us, but we get the results we are all looking for. So together we can change the world. Best of luck.